Hi, my name is Dr. Eric Janowitz, the clinic director and founder here at Synergy Oviedo Chiropractic. Now, synergy means combining the most effective health strategies together to produce a result that is significantly greater than by themselves. And part of our corrective process uses a process through all the phases of care: relief, corrective, strengthening, and wellness. Now, the ARX technology offers you the most advanced technology to get you maximum strength in the shortest period of time in the safest environment. Please enjoy this information on ARX, and we look forward to serving you. Thank you.
Introducing adaptive resistance exercise, a historic breakthrough in fitness and rehabilitation technology. ARX is the first of its kind, making your fitness and rehabilitation safer, more efficient, and more quantified than ever before. With no weights to drop and the perfect amount of resistance at all times, ARX's computer-controlled, motorized resistance is always enough and never too much. When you experience this perfect resistance, you can achieve all of your fitness or rehabilitation goals in a fraction of the time. Whether you're looking for increased muscle mass, bone density, or injury recovery, ARX is the best tool for the job. Combined with our perfectly matched resistance, we also give you the ability to precisely and effortlessly track your progress. The ARX software quantifies every second of every rep, giving you an unparalleled view into your progress while providing constant, real-time motivation. ARX's groundbreaking technology is fundamentally changing the way we look at fitness and rehabilitation, building off the ideas of the past to innovate for the future.
As I get older and a lot of my friends get older, we're most concerned about losing bone density, our muscle mass, and just function. So using the ARX is a real safe way for us to get intense muscular work done and help our bones grow in a safe manner.
For me, being able to work out efficiently and only a couple of times a week has been incredibly important in my schedule. I work out 2 times a week, 12 minutes at a time, and it's been fantastic for me. I get fit in a short amount of time versus working out 5 days a week in the gym. It's fantastic.
I've played sports my whole life. I train a lot of different styles of athletes every day. The ARX can work for a 16-year-old lacrosse player trying to put mass on before the season. It can work well for a 52-year-old triathlete who's trying to rehabilitate a knee. ARX is the most powerful tool I have to train my athletes every single day.
The first thing to know about ARX is that it's motor-driven. The machine moves at a constant velocity that can be preset to perform any resistance training protocol. The motor allows us to provide what we call adaptive resistance. When you push, it pushes back at you with exactly the same level of force, giving you the perfect repetition on every repetition. Today, the most widely used tools for resistance training are weights. Weights use gravity as their form of resistance. This gravity-based resistance works, and has worked for hundreds of years, but the results you get from these tools also have some drawbacks. They are potentially dangerous, they have a steep learning curve, and they require a large time commitment to be effective. If you're looking for higher quality exercise, you need to find higher quality resistance. Our motor-driven adaptive resistance technology doesn't use gravity, but instead uses a computer-controlled motor to give you the exact amount of resistance you need 100% of the time. This means that the resistance can never become dangerous, is intuitive and simple to use, and can provide you with all the results you're looking for in a fraction of the time. Comparing weights and ARX is like comparing a horse to a car. Both can get you where you want to go, but the car has major advantages in safety, efficiency, and convenience. With ARX, you can get all the benefits of weights without any of their drawbacks. Another feature of ARX is that it's computer-controlled. This means optimal safety and quantification as you apply the efficient motor-driven resistance we just learned about. The speed of movement and range of motion are pre-programmed so that you can never hurt yourself by using an excessive range of motion, and you can never hurt yourself by moving too quickly. The computer also tracks and saves all of your performance data in the cloud. Far better than a notepad and pencil, and with zero effort on your part, making for a far more efficient workout. So you now know that ARX is motor-driven, adaptive resistance, and it's computer-controlled. At this point, you may be thinking, so what? Well, there are many benefits to using ARX technology, but here's an overview of the most important ones. The first big advantage is basic effectiveness. We've isolated the most important elements of resistance training: mechanical tension, muscle damage, and metabolic stress. When your muscles are perfectly loaded 100% of the time, the magnitude of the stimulus to your body is maximized. This means that with ARX you can surpass the strength, bone density, muscular development, and cardiovascular conditioning that you get using traditional tools like weights, and you can do it in less time. So we know how effective ARX can be. Now let's talk about another big advantage: efficiency. When we perform resistance training, science has proven that we can control the descent of a far heavier weight than we are capable of lifting. With this in mind, the goal then should be to use heavier weights over time. But how do we use the heavy weights we're capable of lowering if we can't even lift them in the first place? With weights, it's not possible. We end up compromising and doing less than we're capable of. Take a look at this graph of a set of chest press on an ARX machine. Those big peaks in force were produced in the negative or eccentric phase, the type you'd experience as you lowered a weight. This lesser amount in the different color was produced during the positive or concentric phase, the type you'd experience as you lifted a weight. Now the difference between the two is the meat you're leaving on the bone in the gym. Look at this max peak. That's the force you're capable of producing. So if I gave you that amount of weight in the gym, you could lower it once, but then you'd be unable to lift it. Remember, your lifting strength is way down here. So in the gym, what do? You compromise. You lower the weight on the bar just so you can lift it in the first place, which then means you're underloaded on the way down. If you lift 100 pounds, you have to lower 100 pounds, even if you could have lowered much, much more. It takes a lot longer to accomplish what you want to in the gym when you're constantly underloaded like that. When the resistance is matched, though, and you can go as hard as you like, you can fatigue the target muscles far more quickly. You can achieve any level of resistance instantly and automatically, without a spotter and without stacking plates, all in a reduced amount of time compared to weights. Another huge advantage to matched adaptive resistance is safety. While they are effective, weights are also inherently dangerous. Even Olympians suffer injuries while training with weights, and if they can make mistakes, I think we can all agree that we're liable to make those same mistakes too. As soon as you lift a weight, you've made a commitment to lower that weight, and it's acting on you 100% of the time through gravity. It's trying to get to the center of the earth, and you're in the way. ARX can never act on you, only in response to you. Also, there's nothing that can fall on you when you're using ARX, and there's a far easier exit strategy if you feel uncomfortable at any time. When you stop pushing, the machine stops pushing, and the resistance instantly drops to zero. And finally, you can now achieve deep levels of fatigue in complete safety. With weights, it's often when you're fatigued that form can slip and injury can occur. Remember, the weight doesn't adjust to how tired you are. But that's not the case with ARX. You're always in control, and our adaptive resistance can never become dangerous, no matter how tired you get. And the final advantage of ARX over other tools is quantification. Sets and reps are useful, but imagine what you can do now that you know maximum force output, rate of work, total amount of work done, and other metrics while being able to compete with a previous performance of yours in real time. Your entire ARX history is saved in your personal profile and is available at any time for visual and numerical comparison.